How are you, my dear students? Hope everyone is okay and fine and also safe. Today I am going to start our new topics, and our new topics is the chapter 13, and our chapter 13's headline is Environment and Pollution. It's also the well-known topics maybe, and we know everything in the previous class or previous school. We also know the what is the environment and how can environment polluted and what is the pollutants structure or things. Now I am going to start our first lesson, and our first lesson is lesson 1. First I also explain about the environment. Environment is composed of living and non-living things. You know, there is close relationship between living and non-living objects. Moreover, there are some close relationship between organisms and the environment. As a result, diverse and peculiar activities are going on continuously around us. To his existence on earth, man uses various materials from the natural sources to fulfill their needs. For these people are engaged in some activities involving the environment. So such activities have few effects on some factors of the environment. I just also give you the short brief about the environment and what is the living and non-living things. We know about the living and non-living things. Now I am going to start our first structure or first lesson. Our first lesson is the environmental pollution. Basically, environmental pollution is also the very effective structure. First, environmental pollution. With the progress of civilization, environment around us is changing. People are using the environment in various ways to meet their necessities. Nature or human activities or their combined effect may bring changes in the constituents of the environment, and environmental balance is lost. As a result, life of human beings, plants and other animals are affected. Discomfort, yes, discomfort prevails in the environment for organisms. We term this condition as environmental pollution. Here, how can the term the environmental pollution? Studying from minute microbes to all other organisms, including human beings, live in this environment on the earth. In the beginning, from minute microbes to all other organisms, including human beings, live in this environment of the earth. No part of environment is free from pollution. Human beings are not polluting their own environment only. Life of all other organisms and their environment are also affected. Not only human beings, they are also the another animals or the organisms are also affected too. Here, living of plants and animals, including human beings, is disturbed by environmental pollution. Why does pollution occur? And how can the pollution occur? Here, few harmful elements are polluting our environment directly or indirectly. We call them pollutants. Here I also write this the sub-pollutants structure. First structure is smoke. It's also the main cause of the environment pollutions. First structure is the smoke emitting from the chimneys. Second structure is thermal electric powerhouse. Third structure from the vehicles. In the town area, it's also the another structure of the pollution of environment. And the fourth structure is insecticides. It's also the another pollutant structure, basically soil pollution. And the last structure, polythene plastic, is also the very important or dangerous structure of environmental pollution. Here, The living of plants and animals, including human beings, is disturbed by environmental pollution. Why does pollution occur? Few harmful elements are polluting our environment directly or indirectly. We call them pollutants. Please underline this structure. Smokes, again I also repeat, smokes emitting from the chimneys of different factories, thermal electric powerhouse, and from the vehicles, insecticides, chemical fertilizers used in the field, varieties of waste materials, polythene, plastic, etc. are the example of pollutants. It's also the shortest questions. These pollutants pollute different factors of environment in various ways. Now, I just closed our lesson 1 environment pollutions. Second structure is lesson 2 and causes of pollutions of environment elements. It's also the important structure or the important lessons. Again, I also repeat causes of pollutions, environmental elements. Environment is composed of mainly, basically two components. Again, I also repeat living and non-living component. You know, all plants and animals constitute the living factor. Non-living elements include soil, water, air, and all other non-living materials on earth. Due to pollution, both living and non-living factors are affected. Yes, not only the living factors are affected, there are also the non-living factors are also the affected about the environmental pollution. As a result, all organisms, including human, are threatened in the environment. Now the question is, what are the causes of environment pollution? There are basically one work. I also explain the work to know about the pollution of the environmental factors. Materials required, there are notebook, poster paper, and also the marker. Procedure. Here is the procedure from groups with the help of your teacher. Observe in groups the causes of pollution identified in the previous lesson by all of you. Identify the sources of pollutants that pollute the factors of the environment. Demonstrate in poster papers the causes of sources of pollution. Observe the works of all groups and take part in class discussion. Dear students, today I just choose very important topics about the environment and environment pollution. Here the environment pollution, the population of the world is increasing gradually. So increased quantities of food, shelter and transport etc. are also needed. To enhance the size of cultivable land and building their houses, people are destroying forests. It's also the another effects of the environmental pollution to destroying the forest. If the destroying the forest, we also take the less oxygen. Next, as a result of increased carbon dioxide gas and the decreased oxygen gas, temperature of the earth is increasing. Besides CFC, please everyone marks the CFC, basically chlorofluorocarbon from the aerosol and refrigerator is damaging the ozone layer. Have you any idea about the ozone layer? It's also very important layer to protect us or protect the humans from the UV ray or ultraviolet ray. Again I repeat, in the ozone layer, it also stays the earth in the surface layer or upper layer. It also protects us or the inhuman from the UV structure or UV ray. In this UV ray, it's also very dangerous rays from the human. From aerosol and refrigerator is damaging the ozone layer for the increased human population. Besides food and shelter, a large number of other materials are needed. So they build up various industries. Wastes from these industries pollute environment. In this way, environment of the earth is polluted. Dear students, I also select the two structure or two lesson. First lesson is the first lesson one is the environmental pollution, and second lesson is the how can the environment pollution polluted or the causes of pollutions of environmental elements. Today I just finished this lesson, and the next lesson will also take the soil pollution and the air pollution and the pollution of air, etc. I just finished these topics today. Thank you.